And I'm five still alive through the raging glow. Not insane from the pain that they surely know. For whom the bell tolls, time marches on. For whom the bell tolls. Take a look to the sky just before you die. It's the last time you will. Rock and roll, pass a roar, build the crumbling sky. Check the door, build the soul with a ruthless cry. Strangers now are his eyes to this mystery. Here's the silence so loud. Crack of dawn, all is gone except the will to be. Now they see what will be, blinded eyes to see. For whom the bell tolls, time marches on. For whom the bell tolls.
Don't let me down easy. If you're gonna leave me, baby, go and leave me all the way. Don't ask for all your things back, cussing out my name, yeah, just to go and take back what you say. Burn all the bridges, don't ask forgiveness, walk away like I'm someone you hate. Don't let me down easy. If you're gonna leave me, baby, go and leave me all the way.
If it's over, so fuck it. Just don't act like my love wasn't nothing. Like I wasn't the one you was holding that night, telling all of your secrets and hugging. Guess you right, it's too good to be true. Was the point, all I needed was you. But shit, time after time, I just fussing and fighting. It's time that you do what you do, and it's cool. Mama said it was fish in the sea, I got lost in the pool. Knew it was coming, I watched how you move, how you turn your back on me and leave me to lose. Remember the text, how you said that you do, said that you never leave, we will fight till it's due. But as it went on, I was fighting for you. Said the text turned green, why the fuck it ain't blue? Guess you done and I get it. Said you stay and you wanted my name and you left, so I'm guessing that you never meant it. Said you tried hard on cause the love was so strong, now I'm standing alone in this kitchen. Singing sad songs, but I'm knowing that this shit don't last long. If you leaving, then leave cause your bag's gone. But just know you can never come back home.
Don't let me down easy. If you're gonna leave me, baby, go and leave me all the way. Don't ask for all your things back, cussing out my name, yeah, just to go and take back what you say. Burn all the bridges, don't ask forgiveness, walk away like I'm someone you hate. Don't let me down easy. If you're gonna leave me, baby, go and leave me all the way.
If you say that you done it, no take back. Said you fell out of love and I hate that. But see me, I was stuck like a drug, really feeling for love and somehow I can't shake back. When you walked out that door, I was hurting. All the dreams in my head, you was perfect. You remember the very first time that we chilled and I reached for your hand where the nerves at. Time to pass, shit, that's what it do. It be times I be sick sitting thinking about you. It was that do us part. You gave me the blue, really played with my heart. Left me lost in the view. Like this shit was fair game, but you made it the rules. On my heart, left a scar and a bruise. Hope that you can stand on all the shit that you did. I'm done, y'all finally through.
Don't let me down easy. If you're gonna leave me, baby, go and leave me all the way. Don't ask for all your things back, cussing out my name, yeah, just to go and take back what you say. Burn all the bridges, don't ask forgiveness, walk away like gonna leave me, baby, go and leave me all the way.
Hello? This thing on? This was sent to me. And I can't confirm if that's legit or not. But that's supposed to be Marmar's tent. But again, can't confirm or deny. Let's see. What's up, everybody? Yeah, it says $5 butt stuff. But that's all. That's all I'm going to mention. Things have been way too gay around here to be talking about it even more. You know what I'm saying? We need a night off from the gay. Let me say hello to some people. Let's see. Stephanie Babe 6, 420. That means she likes the marijuana, the weed. The, what else do they call it? The ganja, the sticky icky, the wacky tobacco, headbanger boogie, the dope shit. I saw this commercial. It was aimed to parents, for parents to be able to identify what kind of drugs their kids were taking. It came in the box of like a 12-panel drug test. So that way, if you heard your kids say some kind of cool word, you would know, oh, they're on the rock, or whatever it was. But there were some pretty funny ones in there. Maybe I'll have to get one of those. We'll read it off one night. It was all the slangs. Anyway, all that because Stephanie Babes has a 420 tree with some eyeballs, some red eyeballs too. What up, Tex? What's up, Janie? How are you? Naptown's in the house. He says, I feel we'll never know the full truth about 9/11, but I remember that day very well. Never forget, America has never been the same since that day, just my opinion. Yeah, I agree. Crazy shit. And this guy's a pesky Calvinist. You gotta watch him. You gotta watch him. There's 815. What up, my guy? You going to work? You off tonight? What you doing? Miss Vicky, how are you? Yeah, I need to. That girl does look like it makes some makes some good stuff. Sorry, I was busy reading Joe Barron's comment. He's a funny guy. He's a real funny guy. All right. Sorry, I'll speed up. Blue Eyes, what's up? How are you? And let's see. Sooner, what's happening, man? Jimmy Hale. Yo, I saw Jimmy. That was the first notification I had on the Marmar paperwork. Stand-up job, sir. Stand-up job. Getting that posted. Ronnie, I'll take the 8-ball in the corner pocket. Yes. Yes, Ronnie. Yes, I know my rights. Can you please take me to Ryan's? Can I just smell this mailbox? What's up, Robbins Mach 1? Yo, did you see? I doubt you watched Cletus McFarland. But he got a damn... What's that guy that races Von Gifton Jr. or whatever? He's got a collaboration with Ford right now. They're making like the Mustang RTRs It's a badass. I mean, I think they're putting out like 800 horsepower. About 90 grand, I think. Something like that. But Cletus has got one for the month that Vaughn let him borrow. Pretty cool. Crystal SC7, what's up? Paul Blart, what's happening? What's up, Loki? Good to see you. Oh, shit. Good authority. Third hand. Cousin's best friend that was in Marmar's tent. That sounds right. I mean, that's believable. It's more believable than whatever Martin says. That's for damn sure. What's up, Creeker? How you doing, man? BC the Mean King says, thank goodness it's Friday. KNF. Kill New Buck fast. I don't know. I don't know what the KNF is. What's up, Main Dapper? How are you? There's old Uncle Will. He's out fishing. He's catching all the fish. Gina Satilli, Holler Girl, designation. You get Joe Barron. He says, if Rich had a rooster, what sound would it make? Cock inside a new buck. It just doesn't even make sense, Joe. It doesn't make sense. Work on the next one. Stick to trolling PBR. That was fucking fabulous. What's up, Patrick Patterson? How are you? Most secure building in the United States is violated by a simple airplane. Egregious. Yeah, I agree. Insanity. Platinum Pyro. Bro, we were looking at some fireworks last night in the gaming channel. Some damn Young Fang Nikishi Kimuras or whatever. Oh, beautiful stuff, man. Some 10s, 8s, 10s, and 12s. Beautiful. Let's see. Who else in here? Oh, you seen the Mustang? Sweet, Robin. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Not my first choice in color, but yeah, it's pretty money. And Joe's calling Vicky the Vixter. That's new. We still have to come out with Vicky's rap name, because I don't know if y'all kept up with things, but Miss Vicky's debut country rap album is dropping really soon. And you think you've heard diss tracks? Shit. You wait till you hear this fire. Shit, I heard Mike 12 Point did a feature on one of them. Fucking off the charts. 12 Point. Y'all see PBR complaining about artificial rectum implant tariffs. He was fired up. Probably took it down. Yeah, he probably did. He's moody, you know. He got out of that mood, took it down. Them tariffs, man. That kind of brings a whole new meaning to taxing that ass. You know? Let's see. What's up, Kay? How are you? What up, Chad? How you doing, brother? It's about cocaine 30, isn't it? It's almost 7. Shit. Oh my God, Joe, you're an idiot. Oh yeah, Loki. You just wait. The North Side plug. Oh shit. She definitely got 2 phones. If you know what I'm saying. She got 2 phones. All right. What's up, Montauk? Christina Renee. I don't know. Maybe. I can't be taking all these special requests. Let's see. Carolyn Fonda's got bars. Oh, they write. I mean, Carolyn's a feature. I mean, I didn't want to say it, but I guess I can officially say that now. It's a feature. But, I mean, this shit goes hard. It's like some 90s. It's like Tupac, fucking Biggie beef resurrected. But I'm not gonna talk about who's getting the beef the worst. but it could end up in a 187 if you know what I'm saying. All right, I think I think I'm caught up. I'm waiting on my buddy to drop in. We've tried to schedule this a few times, but yeah, my buddy's pretty busy, so I think he's wrapping up a phone call right now. What's up, G3 Benny? How are you? What else is going on here? Oh, Joseph Barron. No, it's not Pew. Pew's a pretty smart fellow, but it is not Pew. All right, I'll let y'all carry on. So we were going to talk some more 9/11 stuff. Andrea liked it so much last time that we figured that we'd give Andrea something else. Actually, you know what? I think I just saw on the Discord. Does anybody know what Andrea's channel name is? Is it Ask Andrea still? I guess I could go back and look at the Discord, huh? That'd be one smart thing to do. I wonder if she's pulling a snipe. That would be amazing. I'd feel honored to be sniped by the great Andrea. Just something about Andrea, that proper English. She definitely knows how to do her nouns, verbs, prepositions, capitalization, syntax. She's got it down. She's got it in spades. All right, let's see. Where is the live notifier? Come on, I don't follow that many damn Discord things. There's James thing. All right, live announcement. All right, here we go. Live announcement. Andrea Freak is live. Andrea knows. So
I'll find it.
Okay, yeah.
Brad,
calm down.
All right, that's we can come back to that. She's not doing anything currently. Let's see. Hello, Ray. Welcome. Andrew's got you blocked. That's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. What's up, Info Warrior? How you doing, bud? Yeah, so let me show you all something. We were gonna get into some other stuff tonight, but that photo that I used for the thumbnail, that's not a real photo that they took. That's somebody imposed that plane in there. But so at the Pentagon, there are, the way that their surveillance system works. I guess I'll just preface this with, people have always questioned whether it was a plane that hit the Pentagon or it was a ballistic missile, right? So the only surveillance camera feed that's been available is a feed that's from a guard shack, just to one side of where the plane hit. and you just kind of see a streak come across. Actually, I think it's on YouTube. Let me. But that's the only thing that. It's the only thing they show. So the way the Pentagon, and of course they had the same type of surveillance at the time. Anywhere, I forget how far it goes out from the actual perimeter, but they have 96 angles on any given, spot outside of the Pentagon. So, 96 different angles. And all we've got is this side shot out of what would be the corner of your eye out of some guard shack. That's it for some reason. That's the only video that exists. Let's see. Here it is. I got it. All right. So this is the one that they played over and over again. I'm going to fast forward. That's about something about come in. All right. Y'all see that? It's well, you see, because there's no smoke, and then all of a sudden you have to watch. You see that down low on the screen right here? Whatever this is, that's supposed to be American Airlines Flight 77. Boom. It hits. Yeah, was supposedly flight. So, of course, like anything else, a lot of people have different opinions on, what it was, and if there are all those feeds, why don't we see it? Yeah, that's another good question, Loki. So, all that presents itself. Okay, so we kind of last time JM and I were talking about this stuff, I wasn't even thinking about. All right, well, so let's just say you want to go with the theory that it's not a plane, it was a missile, whatever. Look, then the question is, okay, well, American Airlines Flight 77 had, I think it was either 45 or 55 passengers and like 5 crew members. So where the hell did they go? Yeah, that's the kind of shit that's crazy to me. So that's the kind of shit where things have to get a little more deep, and more players are involved. And there's more people have to keep a secret. It's just I don't know. But then there's some stuff that, let's see here. About 2 years prior to 9/11, the military, and there's documents that I don't know if it was declassified or whatever, where it was basically passenger airplanes can, two planes can basically switch. I'm not talking about all the passengers on board, but let's say you send you got a plane, goes up, it's not detected by radar somehow. All of a sudden, they intersect, and now it's a different plane, and the other one's diverted somewhere else off of radar. Transponder is now on the new one. However, they would do something like that. I'll find it. I'll find the info on it. But yeah, they were supposedly playing with that type of stuff 2 years before, where you could theoretically divert. I don't know, but then again, it doesn't make sense for this situation because a supposed plane ended up in the building. But what was interesting is, if y'all want to check it out, I think it was InfoWarrior that had brought my attention to it. Oh boy, somebody just sent me something pretty good on IG. I like supporting videos. Let me get info warriors. There's an author that has written books about this particular subject, and the premise of her books is the folks on this flight 77 being kidnapped, basically. Now, I don't know how these books are sold, if they're sold as, fiction, nonfiction. But anyway, I'll put, this is her name. Yeah, it was InfoWarrior that sent this stuff to me. But the author's name is right there, Rebecca Roth. And she's written 4 or 5 books about this subject. And apparently anything that she's written on this subject, the title of the book is methodical. Just the word methodical. And that, that indicates it's about this event. I have not read any of those books. Let me take a look at what. Oh yeah, God, that's interesting. So let me try to download this clip that was just sent to me. This just in. Breaking news. All right. I don't know if there's any audio on this. All right, let's see. Can I make it larger? Can't really see a whole lot. All right, let me try to zoom a little bit. Let's see. Maybe you can see a little bit here. But just watch this. Well, you can't even see my cursor. It's basically the bottom center, like right under the play button on the lowest point. That's about the area that it's showing. Y'all see that coming in? Boom. Do it again. I had always said, because that's how the official like surveillance looked from that guard tower. Basically whatever it was, if it was a plane, whatever it was extremely low to the ground, right? And I just don't know how a plane, there was things that were higher, like higher ground that it would have to clear to get to that point to be so low. Like it appeared like, I don't think it was a 747 Loki. I think it was, we can look it up. It wasn't quite 747 big, but yeah, I mean, my point is it appears that whatever it is just a few inches off the ground. So my point is, if you're trying to take an airplane and land it, there's no way you're going to be able to level off to that low and clear the other objects. You know what I'm saying? That was behind it. That's just kind of my thoughts there. There was 3 planes, right? Well, technically there was 4. Not necessarily. No, the guard check was pretty far away from where it was, but so there was 4. There was 1 for each tower. Of the twin towers. So that's 2 planes there. There was a plane that went down in a field in Pennsylvania. I guess that was flight 92, I think. Actually, my girl was just up there in Pennsylvania for like a girls' spa weekend, but they took a little ride and went. They've got a memorial out there now for the flight 92. But so there's that one, and then there's the supposed Flight 77, which is the one that supposedly hit the Pentagon. And I guess you can speculate the Pennsylvania field one may have been, people say the Capitol, the White House, whatever. Yo, what's up, Gabe? Appreciate you stopping by. That's a crazy thing. I showed that last time, Patrick. That's nuts, and a lot of people don't know that. As far as like the Twin Towers, there's the tower. I guess they called them North and South. I think the big towers that were hit by the planes that came down. And again, a lot of theories scientifically, people say there's no way that those things came down the way they did without help. Like with demolition, those big buildings coming down inside of their own footprint, it's nearly impossible. And they're saying that the fuel doesn't burn that hot to, yeah, I've seen stuff like that too, Joe. Yeah, I just need to take off. I don't need to land. Fuck that pesky landing. But yeah, actually, I showed this video last time, but I'll find it. So those of you all that weren't here can see it. And it's like I said, you got the North and South Tower, but then you've got Building 7 inside of it's just World Trade Center 7. It was another World Trade Center building. It was much shorter, not nearly as tall. Let's see. Center 7. And the one that I showed, it has comparison video. It's I'll show y'all. It's a split screen. And what it does is it shows, it compares the Building 7 collapse to right side by side to a controlled demolition. Just so you can see how it behaves. Keep in mind, the weird thing with Building 7 is there was no damage to the building from anything. So, let's see. Okay, here we go. This is the one. All right. Share this. All right. So this is on the left side. That's World Trade Center 7. And again, this wasn't involved in any of the plane strikes on the World Trade Center. It's a block or so, a couple blocks away. I don't know. I'm making that up. It's close by. I don't know how many blocks. This building on the right is one that's been stripped out. They've stripped the insides, and they're doing controlled demolition with whatever they use, plastic explosive, C4. The charges are placed on like expansion joints, different points to where they want the building to fail to where it goes straight down. Doesn't affect the other, the other buildings nearby. So here you go. I'll play this. So if, like I said, you notice they fall in an extremely similar fashion. And I mean, buildings don't collapse like that without a lot of help. You know what? I can't tell you how much explosive shot has got to be inside of that building. And for it, like I said, it's all about symmetry, when they're setting those charges. Because if one side doesn't match the other one perfectly, the building's going to go to one side. And it's going to get way outside of, the footprint of itself. I mean, that's a damn art form. Talk about engineering. to be able to do that, especially with buildings that are as tall as like the World Trade Centers, north and south. I mean, this building looks to be what? I don't know, figure your. I mean, we could look it up on Wikipedia, but maybe like 25, 30 stories, something like that, compared to the 100, 110, whatever the Twin Towers were. But, you know, the Twin Towers come down the exact same way. You know, it's just crazy. So yeah, Joe, we had this. I watched this guy. I think he was like Indian. Pretty sure he was Indian. He came to my parents' church, and obviously he was in the. I can't remember if it's north or south that got hit first, but he was in the first tower to get hit, way high, and he ended up making it out, and he came to the church, and you know he gives his account of all the events, and you know how it changed his life, this and that, testimony, the whole 9 yards. And he said the thing that he can't get out of his head were two things. One was the sound of the bodies hitting the awnings, the pavement, flagpoles of the folks that decided to jump and go out that way as opposed to burning in the actual buildings, being one. And he said the thing that haunts him is, when he's coming down the stairwell, the whole time you have firemen that are going up, and just the look on their faces. And of course they couldn't imagine. I don't think that they were walking into their own deaths, but that's in fact what happened. So, and again, he said that is the one single thing that haunts him the most. But he went through a whole series of stuff, of course, the survivor's guilt, this and that. But yeah, it's kind of wild. I'll read some comments that you guys put up. The wings sheared off, smaller than the size of the plane. Yeah, I mean, and there's some stuff. Yeah, there's some stuff like where they say they collected certain airplane parts from the ground there. But let's see. Investigation stated there were bombs on the plane. There's no way that there's no way the terrorists rigged the buildings to blow like that. I mean, that's just I can't buy that. That's an extreme job. I mean, those are massive buildings. That would take weeks upon weeks. Yeah, and there is this too. And it was a British TV station. It wasn't a U.S. based one, but a lot of people recall watching that live, where you've got news media that is reporting that Building 7 had fallen, and in fact, it was still standing. Yeah, that's crazy. Blue Eyes just there. The largest building the planes hit with dudes on it. What are you saying, Crystal? Let's see. NYC had 400 firefighters missing that afternoon. Rudy. Oh, Rudy. I like old Rudy. 9/11 was America's price tag, which Hitler burned down and blamed on opposition. Let's see. Yeah, it's just crazy to go back and watch. Yeah, implosion for sure. And let me catch up with these comments. What's up, Paula? How are you? I mean, I can remember I was in college. I think it was my senior year, maybe, for my undergrad. And I woke up between Tower 1 and Tower 2 getting hit. So I always usually fell asleep like watching Jay Leno or, Conan or something like that. So it was on NBC and woke up and, the first tower was on, and it was only a few minutes later till the second one was hit. And it's like, well, what the fuck is going on? What's up, Charlie D? Let's see. Yeah, this shit's crazy. But there's a ton of information out there, and you've obviously got to. I don't guess anybody can ever go through and vet it, but supposedly lately somebody had said that there was crews working in the towers operating under the guys that they were potentially going to install observation decks at the tops of both towers, north and south. And that's how, that's how they were going to, or, that's how they got access to rig the buildings for quite some time. I've also heard rumors that there was, like, the area of the Pentagon that was struck was something like there was a bunch of cash missing from this particular area. And that's where they were investigating to find this cash, I guess. People have said, oh, well, all the evidence goes away because now it's burned up, right? All right. Let's see what this is here. All right, let's see. Introduction and context. Not, I have this video up that you posted in the chat. I don't know. It's obviously a long ass video. So I didn't know if there was some specific point in here. What's up, Shady J? Missile hit the accounting room. Money was missing. All right, let's see. Nanothermite. I like thermite. Yeah, we watched some of the videos last time. I'm not gonna pull any more video of Twin Towers falling, but yeah, you can definitely see a couple of like squib shots, like lights. And there's a bunch of old like recordings, whether they're amateur on the street, where you feel like you hear explosives. I know the one thing I've looked forever for this video on the folks that were jumping out of the buildings. If you think about it, if you jump out of a building like that so high, and I mentioned this last time, you're gonna jump away from the building, right? And I mean, you're not, unless you're some track athlete and getting some kind of crazy running start, it's not like you're gonna run out of the building, run in the air to be able to build like a big distance between, where you start your descent downward in comparison to the building. And there was one shot of a lady, like a smaller lady, and it almost, well, it doesn't almost, it looks like the concussion from the explosion actually pushes her out the window and several feet, away from the building. So let's see. Trump saying there was no way the planes caused the towers to fall. Well, I mean, look, they've showed engineers that have gone through this thing countless times. And you're talking about extremely smart people that have looked at this thing and said, okay, well, this is the structure of this building. This is how it's made. Here's the support system. This is how it works. Here's the damage that was done to it. And, here's I guess the biggest thing you have for, fuel to burn the thing down is the heat from the jet fuel, right? But they're saying even the jet fuel can't burn at a high enough temperature to do all that. And like I said, you got to think the damage to this building is damn near the top of it, both of the Twin Towers. Definitely the upper third. And for those buildings to systematically fall, it doesn't happen. If that was to happen like that, then the building was completely unsafe to begin with. It's crazy. And again, I remember watching this stuff as a young adult, or like early 20s. And never at that time did I look at any of that and say, oh man, there's no way. Look, that building was blown up with, shape charges and whatever. You just went along with it. I guess it was so shocking, everything that was happening. It was just, and I didn't know many people. And again, I guess, conspiracy / whatever you want to look at, alternative theories have become more popular. Just questioning what you're told is more popular. But, I didn't hear many people at all, saying some of these theories like this early on. I guess it was just because of the shock of it all. And maybe that's, maybe whoever planned this thing out knew that that's how it would be received, because nothing like this had happened before. And, I don't know about you guys, but school was out for a while. And I can just remember I went back home from college and just remember sitting, in the living room at my parents' house, and we were all glued to the TV for, a week, 2 weeks straight, just getting the next little tidbit of information. And then, it turned from this thing where like, you're pissed off and you're not pissed off. You're sad about it. And you're like, you can't believe it happened. It's just kind of surreal. And then those feelings turned into anger, towards, whatever it was. It was Osama bin Laden was the bad guy. So if we go out and we get this guy and everything that he stands for, then, we get justice, And so, of course, that builds, public support of, spending as much money as we needed to spend as a country to start a fucking war, to go and into, different countries. And if you think about Iraq, you think about Saddam Hussein, the man was a bad man, did a lot of heinous shit, war crimes and whatnot. But, as far as like what they were going after him for, the whole thing was a fucking setup, And I bet you, some other world leaders, even allies, I would imagine that sends a statement, a message like, hey, don't fuck around, because these guys can pretty much do whatever they want. Yeah, it's kind of like YouTube, Joe. Kind of like the low-cal crowd on YouTube. Your mortal enemy, is your friend the next day, as long as y'all in common like the asshole of the day, right? So that would be like me joining forces with, fucking PBR to take Johnny out or something, And no, I don't mean fucking kill or something. I'm just talking about whatever it is. But yeah, so everybody was all patriotic. You got people like Pat Tillman, a damn NFL football player that, steps out of his career as, which he probably dreamed as a boy, to play pro football and to go into, I think it was the Army that he went into. So, I guess there was so much distraction based off of that, like I said, it's didn't really see what was going on. Let's see infowars. Don't forget that months before this happened, Alex Jones said they would fly planes into buildings, blame someone like Osama bin Laden. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, so bin Laden at one point was, I know that at one point he was an asset, for the CIA. And I want to say that, I don't know, somebody related to him. But there's just some wild shit in there. I mean, we're obviously in bed with a lot of different people. I mean, if you look at Afghanistan, when we pulled out of Afghanistan, in the middle of the night and left all that money, equipment, everything else there. The whole point, supposedly, we had been there for all that time was to stabilize the region, establish a democratic government, and, get them running their own elections and, having like more of a democracy there. Right? That was our reason there. We weren't there for oil, natural resources, right? So, we just up and leave in the middle of the night, and now the governing body of Afghanistan is Al Qaeda, which is it's crazy. So now Al Qaeda's kind of switched up what they're doing. They're not so much directly involved in terroristic operations. Of course, they are, but they've cleaned up their act, and now it's instead of Al Qaeda, it's what's the other fucking group? Shit, I just had the name in my mouth a minute ago. Anyway, the other, it'll come to me. They're the ones that are actually out, with the bad image now. Al Qaeda has cleaned, supposedly cleaned their act up. But, what's nuts is we are giving the Afghanistan government, I think it was somewhere in the tune of, the Taliban. There you go. Actually, no, the Taliban is, shit. Forgive me. Al Qaeda. Al Qaeda is not the one that's cleaned up their act. I apologize. Al Qaeda is the one that is actually, claiming terror. The Taliban they're the ones that have cleaned up their act, because the Taliban is the acting government in command for Afghanistan, and the U.S. sends them in aid, support, whatever else, still to this day, about 70, they say it's roughly $78 million a month. Cases of military grade night vision. God, dude, I'd love a set of like PVS 14 Gen 4s or 3 pluses or. Yeah, but they left all kinds of shit over there. They actually left straight up pallets of cash. Like they showed a guy, a reporter over there, that was like Pop-Tart wrappers, and each little stack they opened was 10 grand American currency, just millions of dollars just on pallets in the different embassies and shit that were there. But they literally they left in the middle of the night, withdrawal. I don't know about that, Info Warrior, but like I said, don't get it twisted. Taliban is they're still out there doing shit. But like I said, in the public eye, they're trying to run a clean act these days. And again, Al Qaeda is now I guess the terror arm exclusively. 70 billion in assets, True Texan says. I wonder about like the real. I would assume they didn't leave classified, because on the Bin Laden mission, one of those Night Stalkers, the little birds that they flew in, one of them had a crash landing there at that compound, and the part of the mission was actually blowing that bitch up, just so the damn technology that's secretive that was in that chopper, is not seen and reverse engineered by some 12-year-old Chinese boy in a factory. It's a shame what Biden did to the country. Yeah, I mean, the problem is, you say that, but let's be honest. Cognitively, Biden was never there, dude. And that's what's so crazy. And again, you never know if it's true, but they said starting, I think it was 18 months into the presidency, they had the doctor that was coming to give care to Biden was for what's that disease? Not Lou Gehrig's, but what's the other name for ALS? Is it ALS Lou Gehrig's? Well, dementia, obviously, but one was what is Parkinson's? Sorry. Yeah, there's a Parkinson's doctor that was regularly visiting the White House, like on a weekly basis. But I honestly think that, just my opinion, I think that the Obamas were running the country during Biden's presidency, like as proxy. And again, that's not based off of any kind of factual thing. Yep, Jay Johnson. Look, he just said the same thing. Again, just my opinion. And I remember even seeing a statement. It was kind of funny. It was Kamala Harris she was somewhere at it wasn't a political, it was a campaign event where she was just doing feel good, stops. And she may have been at a show that it was like a in the day show that people watch about cooking or something, like a Rachel Ray type of. And all of a sudden she starts talking. And I know people gave her shit for saying, hey, she had an earpiece during debates and stuff like that. But it wasn't, this was just for this show. And all of a sudden, I've looked for the clip so many times after this happened. But she's actually communicating with Barack Obama. And even to the point where, she puts it on a louder device. I think it was her phone. It was like, I guess it was just like a Bluetooth headpiece maybe or something similar. And whoever the host was, they were doing like behind the scenes at this cooking show. Obama, was talking to that host, because he was, well, I guess my point is she wasn't taking a call. It's almost like he had been there the whole time. But when they did an interview, somebody interviewed him around the same time, Obama, that is, and asked him, hey, if rules were amended and you could have a third term, would you run? And he said the only way that he would do it is that would be the way, like to where somebody else was the, stand-in, the figurehead, the, president, but he's the one behind the scenes, pulling the strings as the puppet master. And people do tell on themselves, even smart ones. So I truly, that's just kind of my opinion. I think that's what it was. Because I mean, look, if you, I don't know where you stand politically, but you got to be honest when you answer the question about Joe Biden's, cognitive abilities the last 2 years of his presidency. I mean, the dude was not there. And it was sad. It was sad that they were, it was like watching Weekend at Bernie's. They're taking this dude around and God, I tell you what, that Joe Biden looks like the biggest bitch in the world, because it's almost like she was his handler. And do y'all remember that motivational speaker? What was his name? If you've worked for any Fortune, whatever companies, they always want you to, part of their training curriculum is always going to be this guy. Famous, like I said, famous business guy. They bring him in to conferences or conventions, and Zig Ziglar, that was his name. And Zig Ziglar got dementia. I mean, it was extremely bad. And I went to, the company had bought us tickets to a Zig Ziglar event, and we went to check it out. And I mean, it was sad because Zig's daughter was actually his handler. I mean, she was actually having to, hold him and walk him out to the mic. And he would start talking, and then he would just, it's kind of like me in this live. All of a sudden, he'd be off in left field, talking about Johnny Gobble or something. And she would, tap his shoulder and then, say part of the conversation in the speech. And it would kind of bring him back into, it's kind of like she kept bringing him back to, the subject at hand. But it was bad. I mean, it was still a good message for the people that were there. I don't think anybody, was like, fuck this, this is shit. But yeah, I mean, you could just tell it was just time to hang it up. And obviously he did shortly after, and it'd have to be hell on the daughter. My mother's dealing with shit like early onset stuff. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And some of y'all probably dealt with it with your parents where, my mother's a physical specimen of health, like completely healthy, but, cognitively, mentally, some days she's there, some days she's not. And it's like a shell of a person. So it's weird. It's almost like, it's almost like having a relative that's living, but, they're dead. They're essentially the person that you knew and loved and grew up with. And, it's just like they're not there. It's odd. It's very odd. But anyway, that was a massive fucking tangent. Back to the subject hand. Nah, it wasn't Tony Robbins. Old Zig Ziglar. But yeah, it was sad. Same thing with Biden. It was just like, I don't know. You just could tell he wasn't there. Hell, he couldn't even get himself off the stage. The peak of that, though, was when, they had a Christmas episode at the White House. I don't know if y'all remember the whole thing, the NASCAR race where the crowd started to chant the "Fuck Joe Biden" chant. And that commentator from Fox or NBC, whoever it was, she kept saying, oh, okay, it sounds like the crowd's chanting, "Let's go, Brandon." And, obviously it became kind of this meme where "Let's go, Brandon" meant "Fuck Joe Biden." So here come the memes, the t-shirts, blah, blah, blah. And this guy calls in. Oh, shit, I'll show you the clip. It's really short. If I can find it. And this is like, this is like one of the biggest stories at the time going on. The "Let's go, Brandon." Yeah, it's one of the biggest things happening at the moment. and it, you know, it had just blown up. And all right, let's see here. Oh god, I gotta get a better quality copy because Jill's face when this happens is just like she just wants to. You can tell she wants to spank Joe. And not in some weird sex way. She wants to punish him like. So obviously the Let's Go brand. So here we go. They were taking calls from, you know, and I'm sure they screened them and everything, but they're taking calls from general public on Christmas.
And how about Penelope?
Well, Penelope, she's only 2, so I think she'd be happy with just about it.
Oh, that's great.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful that you have a 2-year-old. Well, have a Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas.
And by the way, you guys have to be in bed by 9 o'clock, you know, and asleep between 9 and 12, or he doesn't show up.
This isn't to you, Jared. This is to the kids.
That's right.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
Well, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Merry Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Hey, by the way, where are you in Oregon?
Come on, bro. Look at Jill's face.
Where you in Oregon? Agree. Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Hey, by the way, where are you in Oregon?
Look at that face. Oh, God.
Where's your home?
Look at that.
You lost him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit,
right.
Joe.
Okay.
You dumbass. Yeah, I mean, good God. So I mean that should show you right there. I mean, I wanted to say that it was great, Miss Vicky, but it's kind of like shit. You kind of feel bad for the guy because it kind of shows you like he literally has not a fucking clue what's going on. Like I said, it's Weekend at Bernie's. For you young people, you have to look up Weekend at Bernie's. Let's see. I'm reading the chat for a second here. Anyway. All right, there was a link somebody had posted. Let me check one thing over here. Somebody had sent. Okay, no. Good Lord. Let's see. This is. Yeah, that's strange. So yeah, I'll obviously we'll do some more digging on this topic. I'm gonna try to pull some let's see, let me check to make sure. Okay. I'll try to call my buddy real quick and see if he's gonna get freed up or not. But yeah, we'll do it again at some point. He's got a lot of he's got a lot of stuff that he can talk about. That's, I mean, it's kind of just mind blowing slash, you know, thinking about it it's hard to think about. But you know, you hope that, I don't know, something like that. I'm not saying that you can justify the death of that many people that are innocent, you know, but at some point, somebody played God there, right? And somebody decided that these people were going to die for whatever reason. You know, I can't imagine being put in a position where you have to make that kind of decision. I think that kind of shit comes from beyond the president as well, like to the people that have the real power in this country, whoever they are, and they have to exist, right? Dancing Israelis. Yeah. Let's see, dropping in. What's up, Stiff Richard? Tyler, Kraken, Hillbilly, Spence. It's like the damn gaming chat. It's like late night gaming chat in here. Obama was in the basement running by. Yeah, it's like I said, it's kind of weird. What's in a vault under the building? Yeah, there's been talk of all kinds of shit that was in different places. You know, I've heard the whole thing. The guy that owned the towers had recently increased the insurance policy and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I would think that the main objective is obviously getting general support for a war. War, big pharma. That's what rules the country. That's what makes it tick. Heard Johnny got a job and let Merle stay at home. I'm not the smartest man, Tyler, but history would probably disagree with you on that one. I would say so. Yep, totally agree, Steph Richard. The military-industrial complex. Let me see if I'm also going to give some excerpts from that author that I was talking about that wrote the books about the passengers on Flight 77. So let me look for one more thing real quick. Have y'all looked at news today? I haven't seen anything about if India and Pakistan are still firing fucking missiles at each other. Let's see. Yo, how crazy is that they first American Pope being chosen? That's kind of wild. I'm just looking at news right now to see. Well, there's no big headline on the wars. Looks like the buzzword today is ICE. ICE is going in and rounding up the aliens. Yo, does anybody know if that's true? I saw this thing and I didn't know if it was bullshit or not, but it was truckers in, I think it was Arkansas. Yeah, I think it was Arkansas, where they were pulling people over. Well, like I guess it was at a way station, somewhere that was mandatory for them to stop, and they would like an official would make them read like some shit in English, and then you'd have to recite the shit, read it out loud back to them, and then you'd have to write some stuff in English. And if you couldn't, there's a fine. And if you couldn't pay the fine on the spot, they basically throw you in the silver bracelets, arrest your ass. And then that goes for, there's also a fine for the employer. So Pakistan said the world will not exist if Pakistan didn't exist. Yeah, okay. Sounds like they've got some of that Martin complex. But yeah, those Indians, man, those Indians are fucking wild. You will not mess with me, motherfucker. They will slurp the shit out of you. Oh, that's wild. Tennessee accountability. Good Lord. Did you figure out the hoax? It's all a hoax, Mustard. Somebody said the Jews were behind it. And they said the Jew that was most responsible for it was a man named Ian Gibb Wilson or something like that. He's the one that did it all. That's what I heard. So, what up, JM? I see how it is. What do you mean, JM? Ian Gibb. I forgot the order of the fucked up square shit. Actually, if you want to see something real quick, we've been playing some PGA golf on PlayStation. We unlocked Ian Gibb Jagger Wilson. There he is. Eyebrows are fucking huge. Got green lipsticks, star sunglasses, a nice skirt, purple hair. I think he was styled in this one by Bambi. Potentially. So, something about the filthy animal said he had a yarmulke too or something. That shit's funny right there. Tyrone, Austin, Johnny, and Fag. Jesus. Oh. Anyway. Mount Percocet. I don't know, man. I think Mount Infectious Disease is probably. I think we know of at least 2 diseases that up there on that mountain that are not curable. So many. Yeah, shout out to Mustard Squirrel. Damn good character. Check your phones. Oh, fuck. That's scary. JM said, check your phones, which means. Oh, yeah, he just sent me something. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I thought you meant you had sent something a long time ago. What the fuck is this shit? What the hell? Oh, let's see. Where is it? Where is it? All right, let's see. Select text. What the fuck? This UI 7 is pretty decent, JM. All right. Diddy missing that hair dye. Yeah, didn't the Diddy trial start here recently? Or it starts soon? I saw 50 Cent was trolling. They had him. 50 Cent was in the jury like 6 times, all in all the jurors were 50, but they all had different color suits on. It was pretty funny. $50, now that's a good troll. Much as you like making fun of the hard R's in country rap, I love the conspiracy lives. Yeah, I'm just everybody. I mean, just trying something different. Like I said, whenever we, both of them that I've done so far, my buddy was supposed to be available, and he's just this shit's right up his alley. Smart guy. Yo, what's up, squirrels? How you doing? I was watching that something you were doing the other night. I was in the bushes. It was on Kylie, of course. What's up, Gina G? How are you? Let's see. Anybody else sneaking here that I missed? No. Dr. Stanky Booty. That's nice. I saw something about Fartin Martin. Something or other. Where'd he go? Did y'all block him? Her? Something about, well, shit. 3D flight path. There it is. Pope Fartin Martin of the 77th. Could you imagine? I got sent a meme. Actually, it's that one that's in that photo there. That's Martin as the new Pope. I'm a Calvinist. Catholicism. Catholicism is a fake religion. Calvinism is where it's at. I'm a chosen one. You're all living life wrong. But yeah, I saw Martin finally went live again, I guess yesterday. And it's funny. It's just like the classic Valerie stuff. It was a show for his girlfriend. So $500 for a lawyer to talk. Live from the shed. It goes down in the shed. Oh, thank you, Miss Vicky. Miss Vicky put up the link for Squirrels on Fire's channel if y'all want to check that out. If y'all haven't seen Squirrel stuff, I guess it'd be true crime would probably be I don't know, she might cringe at that. But she covered she has the most comprehensive coverage on Kylie Rodney's case. And it definitely makes you think about the possibilities there. Strange bunch of people. They believe a lot of the great men of God are evil. Yeah, I read about it a little bit. You have to be a narcissist to be a Calvinist because you would think so. You would, Mustard, since y'all are related. So, but yeah, back to that. Calvinists believe that they're a special chosen, like that they're God's special chosen ones. That they're special, and so you kind of have to lie to yourself to begin with. It's kind of like speaking in tongues. Never understood that. Like your kids watch that and they're like, they know that's fucking gibberish. But, I shouldn't say that. I mean, people worship in their own ways. I did like I need to go back and do that again. Like study on different religions, what they believe. Let's see. Well, JM wanted the link, so I was getting close to wrapping shit up. But I'll give him another second. I'll call my buddy here too and see if. Yeah, I agree. What up, Deerfield? Well, good. We ain't gonna be here long. Let's see. We had Calvinists tell us how bad our church was because we did some upgrades to the church instead of giving the money away to the needy. Yeah. Yeah, but Calvinists too, like it's kind of like they look at sin a little bit different too. And it's that air of arrogance, like kind of like Martin. And, he's like, well, the Lord knows I'm going to sin. I was chosen. And, the Lord knows that I'm a sinner in what I do. But, I was still chosen. Therefore, I mean, it's crazy. Canadian Carl. Oh, yeah. Is Brandy B in here somewhere? Keep seeing people say hi to Brandy B. But I don't see no Brandy B. What's up, Red Fox? I snuck in here. Didn't see you. Let's see. Who was saying hi to Brandy B then? Red Fox was saying hi to Brandy B. I thought I saw somebody else too. Am I still playing Fortnite? Yeah, occasionally. I don't like the new season with Star Wars is gay. Yes, I'm one of those people that grew up during that time, but I just think Star Wars is gay. I don't know. I don't like it. Yeah, I figured it was you, but somebody just added a B to you. G3 Mini. Ah, yeah, okay, Red Fox, yeah. But I thought I saw it somewhere else. JM, what the fuck you doing? You coming up here? Oh, man. Damn. Oh. Never mind, folks. JM has a call to run. He's clearly multitasking. I'm going to try to call my buddy one more time and see if he has freed himself up. I'm going to mute for just a second. I will be right back. All right. He is still busy. Yeah, I figured he was in the car for a long time. So we figured we might be able to carve time out when he was driving. But I think I'm going to have to go kidnap him and tie him to a chair and stick a headset on him. And then say, and we're live. I did want to check out what's Retard Marmar's channel called right now? Shit. What is it? Okay, Martin Reloaded. I am a Calvinist. Is this it? Yeah. Steve No Show. I thought he wasn't talking about people anymore. Idiot, dude. Who are these people? A new pope. He says it's funny. Look around, you Christian. I'm a Calvinist. Listen to what I say. Reformed bear. It sounds what's real about Martin? It's true. What we got here? What does this mean for America? We got some Bible verses from Proverbs. ESV version, the only one. ESV is what he gave his best friend, the cable guy. Whatever his name really is. So it looks like Baby Marmar's going to be live. Well, I guess he didn't go. Today's the 9th, right? Yeah, so 12:31 p.m. Wouldn't that have been? Yeah, that would have been after lunch. BXB. Yeah, he already removed the live from yesterday. That's upsetting. It's very upsetting. I mean, dude. Never seen a bigger retard in my life. What's the other channel? Red Fox says Marty can't hide from me. What was the other one? Bear or something? I got a reloaded bear. Gay bear. Reformed bear. My favorite was Coffee and Calvinism. All right. Bear Theology, 52 subs. That's got to be him, right? Oh, yeah. That's his typical thumbnail. Yep. There's Baby Marmar. Baby Marmar, Baby Marmar. When you don't understand the Bible, you say dumb stuff. Women, for example, become fine with abortion that leaves a stain on generations to come who will have the same mindset. It may never wash out. Fucking retard, dude. Martin would be one of those guys that blow himself up at a damn abortion clinic or something. He's a martyr. Let's see. Oh, did you put it in there, Miss Vicky? The link? Yeah, I don't do Marmar. Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, I don't do subscriptions, even though it's a pain in the ass to find it when you want to find it. I do not do Marmar subscriptions. I'm not giving him a sub. Not giving that tart a sub. What are you saying, 815? He gives coffee and religion a bad name. Coffee is for closers. What does he say? Second place, a set of steak knives. Third place, you're fucking fired. Glenn Ross was a great movie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. But you're talking about his children there, Red Fox. Even though you're not saying their name or anything about them. You're just letting people know that they were abandoned. Which reminds me, I've got some paperwork on somebody. I have got some paperwork. Not on anybody that we spoke about necessarily tonight. I'm looking at the current who's live. Chop Easy. Old Chop found out real quick not to pet the retard. His old merch salesman, Junie Goublé. Johnny's still suing, guys. He's still doing suing. Oh, man, that drink's cold. It's what it's supposed to be. Looks like old Tim Tebow was on Sean Ryan. Holy shit. Donut's got a guy shooting somebody close range. What the fuck is that shit, Cashville? Look at that. I guess that's B by Millie. Just looking and seeing what's out there. What you folks have created. Oh shit, is there a new FJ video? Minute 41? Yep, I think I'll...
My granny used to say she loved me, then she turned around and died. My brother came up out them walls, he hit his knees and he cried. I never thought that I would make it where I've been in my life. My daddy used to say he loved me, I found out that he lied. I can't even crumble from the way from all my lessons. Depression used to get into the way of my progression. I used to dream at night of homicide from adolescence. But now I pray to God before I sleep and ask the question. Asking why is everything I live with interfere with my position? I might die. Cause everything I'm giving interferes with how I'm living. I used to wake up out my sleep and I'd be covered in sweat. Be reaching out for my little brother, but he's already dead. My family say that I'm crazy, don't know why I'm upset. But every day I'm seeing red. Like, why is everything I live with interfere with my position? I might die. Cause everything I'm giving interferes with how I'm living. Asking why is everything I live with interfere with my position? I might die. Cause everything I'm giving interferes with how I'm living.
All right, not my most favorite performance from FJ, but I like it. It's something different. I've never heard him make that kind of auto-tune, that style beat. But shout out to FJ, man. I like FJ a lot. FJ. Let's see. Anything else? Talking about coffee. I told you all coffee's for closers. Oh, shit. We got shots fired from the Ocho Uno Cinco. You're getting added to that list, pal. Now, I can tell you, 815, because I've been on that list. I have been on that sue list. At one time, I was the only one on it. And, I mean, it was not looking good. I can tell you that. He had even gone and he saw the judge. The judge went ahead and gave him some advice on the case. The judge told him he had a slam dunk case, which was, scared me half to death. It was scared me half to death. Luckily, I guess there was the pro boner lawyer had a change of heart, and even though she had a child that was supposedly a victim of schoolyard bullying, she decided to not take on Newbuck pro boner. She had a feeling he was tricky. Anyway, that was for getting the, my buddy was opening up a place. It didn't work out, but he was thinking about opening a place in Pittsburgh, a restaurant. I told him about old Marmar. And I said, man, this might be, you should probably get a job reference on that guy because it might be your guy. He's got a portfolio. PBR had that resume of a shadow box with some business cards in it from various Jiffy Lubes and low rent oil change places. But Marmar had like a spiral notebook with some, it was weird. He had like recipes and drawings of cocks and balls. So anyway, need to get a reference. It didn't go well. Didn't go well. But I'm sure all of y'all have heard that. If y'all want to hear I don't mind playing it before I get out of here if y'all want to hear it. But I'm just assuming most of y'all have heard it and have no interest in listening to how shitty of an employee Martin was. But if you want to hear it, if you've got to hear it, I'll play it. So, I guess put 1 in the chat if you want to hear his, and it was his real boss, real manager at one of his sous chef gigs. He was a line cook, but we just call it sous chef. And there's got to be, how many people in here? 37. Yeah, there's got to be at least 10 ones to play it. Look at me making up rules like I'm some sort of fucking badass. How long did he work for Miss Vicky? Not long. All right, well. Seems pretty unanimous. All right, shit. Now I'm going to have to find the shit. I think it's on my desktop for real. I'll find some little shit strewn about somewhere and it cracks me up sometimes. Johnny Gobble, the victim. Let's see. Well, I may have lied. That shit may have been AI. The fuck did that go? There's a file called like Marmar or some shit. Marmar the Tartar. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I think it's... Went live at 5 o'clock in the morning. Had 1,300 people in there. So I'm gonna start going live. Oh man, you people might get pissed. Might have to pull it up on the old video. Oh no, I wouldn't go through that trouble. Gosh dang it. Offering to show some shit that you don't even have close by. There you go, new book. I think this is it. It's just labeled Carl Martin. I should call it Carl the Calvinist. Why can I not hear it? Oh, yeah, this is it. All right, hang on. Hello. All right, here we go. Let me share the screen here, folks. We're going to see if Martine should work for us at our new restaurant we're opening down in old Pittsburgh. If when this thing starts playing, if y'all could confirm that you can hear it, that would be great. Make sure the volume's up. All right.
Hello.
Hey, is this Marilyn?
It is. What can I help you with?
Hey, Marilyn, I was the one that called about getting a potential employee reference.
Okay.
And
what can I help you with?
I typically don't do it, but it looks like I got a qualified guy, it seems, but it looks like his work history is just not, he doesn't stay anywhere for that long. But the guy's name is Carl Martin.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't give him a reference.
Oh, okay. I mean, it seems like he's got the experience. I mean, so.
Well, he's got that experience, but
okay.
I wouldn't give him a reference. Sorry.
Okay. So you'd stay away if you were me then?
I wouldn't rehire him.
Oh, okay.
I would not rehire him, no.
Okay.
He
Well,
walked out in the middle of his shift and left us high and dry on a Friday night in the middle of or Saturday night. I can't remember what night it was.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, left us high and dry. And he likes to he's a YouTube person, does like YouTube videos. He likes to do that while he's on other people's clocks. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like he's on YouTube himself?
Yeah, he has a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And he's real politically based, and he's just got some issues. The kid got issues.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he went on YouTube and bragged about walking out in the middle of his shift, and we were paying him $19 an hour, and he decided to bash that. And
that's a pretty good wage, I would imagine.
Yeah, in our area especially. I don't know where you're at, but in our area, it's a very good wage for a line cook. He called back a couple weeks later asking for his job back, but
jeez,
there's no way.
Yeah, I mean, that tells me all I need to know. If he's going to leave in the middle of a weekend shift at busy time.
I mean, I understand he was frustrated, and we were slammed, and he was by himself. We couldn't, we tried to hire other people, and every other person that we hired, he ran out of the building pretty much. So.
Oh, so sounds like he doesn't get along with anybody else either.
He's not an easy person to work with. Yeah, he's not a team player at all whatsoever.
Well, I'm glad I got to talk to you.
Yep.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Has business been good for you guys?
It's been all right. Where are you from?
I'm down closer to Pittsburgh, but I'm helping a friend to open a place. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've been pretty busy. Just getting people hired is, I think, our biggest struggle.
That's lifelong tale. I mean, that's.
Yep, I get it. Believe me, I get it. But yeah, I would never hire him back.
Gotcha.
He's a good cook. I mean, although he did send out some stuff burned. I mean,
Well, that happens occasionally, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But his attitude is he's got a lot of personal issues, and there's just a lot going on for him.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, I really appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Thank you so much, and have a great evening.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, there you have it, folks. Baby Marmar, the employee of the month. Employee of the month. And by employee of the month, I mean hired and fired within the same month. Oh, shit. If Martin was here, he'd be like, oh, I've got a job, dude, back. You don't even fucking work. You don't have a job. You don't have a job, you dick. Oh, Martin. You silly boy. All right. I'm out of here. Nada just made me realize that I have ventured off from the title of the video, and I will upset folks if they come in and see that we are talking about some nonsense, which I kind of agree with, actually. Again, ADD. I have recently been diagnosed with musical Tourette's. That's why during the day I will break out. Today I just started singing There's No Place Like Home for the holidays. And what else was today? I want to know what love is by Foreigner. I don't know why Christmas songs make it into the rotation fairly frequently. Not really like a massive Christmas fan, but it just seems like year round. Year round, it's being spoken about. Anywho, yeah, I agree, G3, but I love my shit show lives, and yeah, I did sound different. I don't know why. I don't know why I sounded different in that one, but I'm sure there's some sort of highly scientific reason behind it. Christmas shit 3 months before Christmas. I don't know. I'm glad you stuck around, Deerfield. When you first came in chat, you said, I'm out of here soon. But here you are till the bitter end. Age? No, that was like a year or two ago. Oh God. What the hell? Oh shit, look at this guy. And the show goes on, folks. The show goes on.
What's up?
Yo. We're tangenting. We're running on tangents.
Oh.
We're doing tangents. So, what you doing? Did you run that call?
Yeah, I'm busy doxing VIN numbers.
Fuck yeah, dude. Did you save a life while you did the doxing?
No, not yet. Done lost everyone today.
Damn, dude.
It's sad. It's sad day. Sad.
I thought you got fired for fucking being a racist FOIA getter.
Well, I didn't have nobody else to work, so they hired me back.
Yeah, I guess it happens.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? No.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it.
Mm-hmm. Hadn't talked to you in a while. What's been going on?
Just same old shit.
Yeah.
Bambi and Carlos or Hard Load, Hard Note, whatever her fucking name is.
Who's Carlos? That's a new one to me.
Well, that's the male version of her.
Of Bambi or Harlow?
Of Harlow, yeah.
That's kind of interesting. What's up, Kathy Blanks? It says you are a whore low. G3 Mini is calling you a whore low. I can agree with that maybe a little bit. JM's a gun bunny. Next thing you know,
Have you talked about guns yet on this stream?
No.
Oh, you got to talk about guns.
I know.
The Square's out here cutting people up, taking
What?
pictures of it.
What?
Oh, you haven't seen that? Oh, man. You don't know what you're missing.
Show me.
It's on his community wall.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I saw a community post that he put up, and he's like, I don't give a fuck. I hate most of you fuckers.
Yeah, he made a post, and it's an old man that had an abscess, or old woman that had an abscess, whatever.
Oh.
And he fucking lanced it, I guess, and took pictures. Yeah.
10.5?
I don't know what he lanced it with, but he definitely did some unsanitary shit.
Certified phlebotomist.
Yeah, I mean, you can't tell me that nasty little goblin is any type of sanitary.
Oh, dude, he just that grease is ugh. Anyway.
Yeah, it's bad.
I've been nauseous a couple times today. I don't need to think of that. All right. There's Faggy Pudding's channel. And dealing with a traffic stop. He's got a store? Oh, y'all. Shit. The Square's got merch, y'all. You ordered your merch?
I have not ordered any merch.
What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm an unsupportive jackass, so,
Daily Canine logo. I mean, you would think that the channel would be about dogs.
You would think.
Daily Canine? I mean, Daily Dog is fair and balanced. That's weird. We got hoodies, $51.
Ooh.
Good.
That better be made of gold. Inflation done hit.
Tariffs.
Oh, is it the tariff? Tariffs done hit the K9 News Network.
That's what it is. It's the tariffs. I knew it.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
What the fuck is that? Yo. Must be what you're talking about.
Oh, it is.
The neck is red, and you can see clearly into the separated skin.
Oh.
That was Lance where the cyst bulge was.
Oh.
All right, folks. Viewer discretion advised. We're going in. Where on a body is this? Is that
I'm assuming it's the neck.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say the base of the skull. That's a big little pocket, man. It's a big little pocket.
And old people already are at risk.
Dude, look at his fingernails.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, them people don't realize how close to septic shock.
Dude, talk about MRSA. Fuck it. Oh.
I'm sure there's staph growing right now.
Bro.
And that close to the brain?
Bro, look at those fucking fingernails.
Somebody should call somebody. I don't know who you even call.
Oh, fucking square, dude.
He shouldn't be doing that shit.
No, he shouldn't. He's not he's not certified to do any of that. Hell, I would think that. Oh no, no, that shit's over. I might buy that one, Info Warrior. I ran down the Hogans. Yeah, it was back of the neck squirrels. I don't mind much, like blood and shit. Like, I don't know, but then I see those fingernails, and I'm like, yeah, that is elder abuse. I agree, G3 Mini. Hey, did you see where you're the one that showed me Balin Dupree?
Yeah, she's got a TV show.
Yeah, she got a TV show now. My girl, she uses that all the time. That line, "You're done. You're done." Fuck Hunter. Fuck Chuck. Square Willie is cotton picking Grampy, cutting his ears off to keep from listening to Square cry himself to sleep. Who is that? Who is Square Billy, whatever that channel is? Square, whatever. Also, what happened to Saul? Unofficial version, what happened to Saul? I wish I knew where the filthy animal clip was, but apparently he took 10 in the shit bin and killed his ass and him. It's just what Filthy said. Oh man. Yeah, you're welcome, Deerfield. Hey, you were the one. You knew your disposition about this live was correct in saying that you should have just come by to say hi and you were leaving quickly. Then you would have never seen that disgustingness. Yeah, Shady J. Why the fuck would you need gloves? When you got hands that are that clean and sanitized, why the hell would you need gloves? Yep, Brownie did assist. Brownie 100% assisted. Yeah, that sucks, Squirrel. I'm sorry about that. And you kind of, to me, I kind of view you, Squirrel, as probably like you're smoking that good shit, like that 35%. And
would you want that little faggot poking on you? Or?
I mean, not if he was the last person on Earth. I would try to cut myself open backwards with a rusty butter knife before I would. Nope.
I can't believe that he actually thought that was a good idea.
Who is this person?
It's somebody he takes care of.
Come on. Take care of
he's taking care of them, all right, making sure that insurance is in good standing.
Yeah,
that's how he's taking care of them.
I'm totally
because they're gonna find out.
I'm with you, Paul Blart. That shit's disgusting.
They're about to find out if that life insurance policy is any good.
No doubt. Shit's right at the stem of the brain.
Stupid fuck. I mean, I can't believe he did that shit. And then posted it. Like, you just, that's kind of like going and murdering somebody and then taking a video of yourself doing it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Now, that old, whoever that is, that old elderly person's going to wind up in the hospital in septic shock because, sepsis will set up. And then they'll be in a coma. And here's Square running around here talking about, look what I did. I saved the bump.
It's just a question of whether, you're talking about homicide or manslaughter.
I mean, if you call 911 for that shit, we don't do none of that in the field. We ain't poking nothing in nobody unless it's a fucking IV. And that's very, very limited. IVs are, left AC, right AC, usually, unless it's a code and then we'll have to do an IO. That's the most invasive you're going to get from EMS.
Yeah.
Well, unless you have to intubate. That's pretty invasive, but
that's a bad
otherwise, just if you're walking, talking, breathing on your own, we ain't doing none of that dumb shit because that's risky as fuck.
Yeah.
You don't just go poking around in somebody's body like that.
No.
I mean, you're asking for problems.
Oh,
but
man.
Well, Square's the medical professional.
He's
weird old motherfucker. He just wants to do something to somebody. He wants to.
Yeah. Yeah.
How weird is that?
It's yeah, dude.
Well, he just wants to do something to somebody so bad. Like, hey, dude, you're not Dr. Pimple Popper.
That's
on Lifetime. Like,
he's been watching that.
Yeah, you've been watching one too many Lifetime or whatever, A&E, whatever that fucking channel is.
Yeah.
Like, no, motherfucker, you're not. You're nowhere near sanitary enough. The environment where you're at when you do this shit matters.
Oh yeah.
The stuff you use when you do it matters. I mean, there's all kind of factors that play into that. And when you go into somebody's skin like that, I mean, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Yeah, dude.
You can't just go digging around in people.
You do not fuck with that, dude. I've had a little wound on my shin that got a little bit big for my liking, dude. Fucking, I mean, when I say I'm fucking hyper on it, dude, I'm hyper on the shit. And it's taken a while to go away, but golly. That kind of shit scares the shit out of me. Because I've seen plenty of people, people don't realize staph, MRSA, dude, that shit is fucking real. Sepsis is real. Gangrene is real. Like,
I had an ingrown hair. That's what it started as.
Yeah.
And it was right where your underwear line would be at the top. And
top, okay.
Like your belt line.
Okay, yeah, the top, like waist.
Yeah, right around the waist, just below the waistline, kind of like where your underwear band would ride.
All right, so like a little below the belly button.
Yeah, kind of like where the pubes start.
Oh, okay, yeah. I could have gone all fucking night without hearing that, but yeah, I got you.
Just an ingrown hair, and that's all it was. And it started out as like a little bump, turned red. I thought, hey, it'll go away. Didn't really bother me until it got up the size of like, a golf ball.
Oh yeah.
And my wife is at me the whole time, like, go to the fucking hot doctor, blah blah blah. So the weekend rolled around, and it was done swelled up on like Friday to the size of a golf ball.
Nope.
Sunday morning, I woke up with red lines across my stomach, and they were extending from the little ingrown hair all the way across.
Damn.
So I had to make a trip to the ER.
Yep.
And I remember it. I know the ER doctor that did it. It was Dr. Well, I ain't gonna say her name, but I see her all the time now, on the ambulance. But I remember her doing it, and they had to lance the shit, and they were like, "This is probably gonna hurt a little bit when we deaden it," and it did. It felt like fire, but it was staph. I mean, it was just staph, in a little bump. That shit, and they didn't close it up. They left it open instead of suturing it.
No.
Because it still has to drain and heal from the inside out.
Yeah. Yeah, I do not fuck with fucking, cuts and shit, man. The simplest thing. Because they say most people, I don't know if it's MRSA or staph, one of the two, they said no matter how clean you are as a person, one of the two is always on your skin at any given time. So, yeah, fuck that. Yep. They can start chopping shit off. We had a friend that, man, what did it... there's this guy I know that's diabetic, and he's got sores all over his fucking legs that are just like, man, just huge, open, like weeping, like disgusting, stink. And I don't know. I mean, he goes around with them like that for months at a time, and I don't know how fucking dude just doesn't go gangrene and fucking die, dude. I mean, people don't fuck around with open sores and ulcers. Yeah, that's what it was. Not as ulcers. Yeah, man, we've really taken a fucking left turn on this one now. But yeah, I don't fuck around with those things. I'll get them cut out if something happens, or swear, I had a friend died at 29 from sepsis, and your sister at 41 from sepsis from an infection that was in her liver tap. What's a liver tap? Liver tap and let go. Open wounds like that need antibiotics and medical treatments. I agree. Yo, have you seen these new bandages, JM? These colloidal silver. They're like, the colloidal silver is like, I don't know, supposed to replace like Neosporin or some shit like that. But they seal down like everything. It's a complete seal. Make them in large sizes and shit. But they're cool. It's kind of new, I guess. First time I've seen them. Oh yeah, squirrels. Yeah, that crocodile. That shit was causing people to have like fucking necrosis. It was basically flesh eating. Fucking yeah. And that's what the damn shit. What's that additive with? They're putting in the dope now. Xylazine, that damn tranquilizer. I think it's elephant or horse tranquilizer, one of the two. And that's what it does. And it doesn't matter if you've got like a snorter or a shooter. For whatever reason, it gives you those open sores, and they, in any place on your body, and that shit gets bad, and people, yeah, it's not good. Yeah, people, do not fuck around with any open wounds. Do not fuck with the open wounds. What up, MOL? Yeah, I saw you being funny up there. A couple people been funny tonight. I tried to end it a couple times, and people just keep extending it. One time, Rich, when I was little, I slept on the top bunk. I thought I was on the bottom bunk and rolled off and ripped half of my nose off. Got 8 stitches in my nose, and it was bad. I lost a shit ton of blood. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. Auto amputee. Yo, MOL, if you don't mind me asking, how did you lose your leg? We know Leg Day's story, and I think I've heard yours over time. I remember the first time I saw MOL on YouTube was actually on, of all places, fucking PBR's panel. And he was having a rough go of it. I remember. Say crocodile. That nasty ceiling fan will 100% give the shit to you. 100%. Yeah, country bro. Uncle Will said, fuck this rap shit, rap beef. Bullshit. I'm going to start a fishing channel. You can have my shit. Not just want to know about JM. He's, shit, who knows? JM's doing JM things. You have to learn how to live.
Give me a minute.
Yeah, so he's made it to the scene of something. He could, in fact, be delivering twins right now for a first-time mother. You just never know. It happens. You know how many little boys in Alabama are named JM because he delivered them, and the mothers were out at some bad situation. JM rolls up, got you. He says, yeah, Berger's disease. It's a blood clotting disorder that stems from smoking. No shit. Is it a platelet issue motivated? Or a marrow issue? It's interesting. A MRSA or Merca? America. Home of the free, baby. Super thick. You have to take thinners. We take Coumadin, Eliquis, fucking. What's the other one? Eliquis is that fancy shit. I took the good shit. I took the Coumadin for like 20 years. The rat poison. Rat poison, baby. Yeah, my son had a disorder, MOL. And I actually heard of one that was similar to his yesterday. My girl's employee had it, but my son has this shit. Well, it flares. I think it's gone. Usually only happens once in a lifetime. It's called ITP. It's like idiopathic. It's scary as fuck because when they get diagnosed, like they got bruises, petechiae all over them. You know, the pediatrician, they're like, well, your son either has leukemia or this really fucking rare autoimmune disorder called ITP. Thankfully, it was ITP. But essentially what it does is your bone marrow, if you have leukemia, your bone marrow stops creating healthy blood platelets. ITP, your marrow is creating healthy blood platelets, but something's out of whack in your spleen, and the spleen is removing the healthy platelets. So platelet numbers, hemoglobin numbers drop off the charts. I can't remember what it was. Let's just say the platelet number is supposed to be like 350,000 or something. My son was in the hospital and his number was 9, like 9,000. But yeah, he had to get a bunch of blood transfusions, and Blood transfusions and a lot of steroids. It was right before we went to the beach one time, and he ate, and that kid probably ate 1.5 pounds of sausage a day. And Ben's a really skinny kid. We held him back in first grade. He's kind of caught up now. He's tall, but he's a thin kid. And he was getting all chubby on that. It was funny. On that beach trip. He did not turn.
What'd you say about chubby? You got a chubby?
No. I was talking about my son when he was. They had him. He had to have blood transfusions, and they were giving him. What's that steroid? I can never remember it. Oh shit! What's the main steroid they give people? The pills. Triangle pack. You take one less every day. It's loaded up front.
Oh, hang on.
Miss Vicky will know it. I know she will. Does it start with an S? I don't know why I can never remember this shit. And I took it fairly recently too. Fuck. Never remember this shit. A lot of people gain a lot of weight with it.
How about prednisone? Is it prednisone?
It is. It's prednisone.
Yeah.
Which is not an S. So.
Somebody's asking.
Yeah, no. My son is not taking Pregazone, Joe. He's normal. He's not one of these Transformer bots. Blue Chew, no, not yet. Hopefully, wouldn't need it at damn 17.
Shoot, the lights ain't on.
Z-Pack.
Yeah.
Good guess.
It's prednisone.
Is Z-Pack prednisone?
No, Z-Pack's antibiotic.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
When I asked that question, somebody said, "You talking about steroid or anabolic steroid?" I'm like, no, steroid.
Damn, that's kind of like that cardiac infarction of the leg.
Yeah, I heard you talking about delivering babies, and
yeah, they just asked where you went when you went dark. And
well, there was one on the way out, and it come out with eyebrows and shit looking like square, so I shoved it back in and said, "Nope."
Yep, I knew.
Yep, you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to hold that till we get to the ER. I am not bringing that into this world.
Yeah, I knew you'd do that. I knew you'd do it.
Can't have that. You need to let that grow some more, because that one is already in existence is retarded.
Yes.
Do you not watch the Bambi and Troc half day show?
No.
Bambi and Troc, Harlow?
I don't. Nope.
Well, they're only live for like half the day.
Yeah.
And usually they say the same things over and over and over again a lot.
I missed it. Oh, man.
It's funny that Troc decided he was going to, sneak into the Discord server Filthies.
Yeah.
Under his fucking YouTube alt name that he has, Decapitator of Trolls.
Yeah.
And he didn't stay very long, because everybody was like, "Hey, you fucking coward piece of shit. Why don't you tell that whore you sit beside that ain't nobody afraid of her?"
So I guess things have escalated with the old Trockster.
Well, he still thinks he's some kind of badass and calls everybody an inbred hillbilly.
What's our boy Venomous doing?
He won't. I don't know. I called him that day.
Yeah, I was live.
Tried to be friendly.
Oh man, I do. Man, I'm forgetting something right now. I know I am.
Is it Johnny God? You forgot to call Johnny and tell him good night?
Nah, I've already done that.
Oh. Did you send him smoochies?
No.
Oh.
We can't joke about gay kind of shit, dude, because YouTube is apparently it's a damn cesspool for some gay shit. They found out on PBR, and it's just gone downhill since then.
How about the mayor of Newark, New Jersey, got arrested by ICE.
Oh God,
Yeah,
they're illegal?
No, he was apparently an ICE detention center up there. They tried to force their way in, and the ICE officials was like, "No, you're not coming in." So they pushed their way past and barricaded themselves in the guard shack. So ICE went in and said, "Fuck you, you're under arrest."
For fuck's sake, man.
Yeah, just another day in America.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
How's cocaine going?
That's good, dude. It's
good.
It's daily. It's somebody got me on my community post. They said when you're snorting cocaine from sun up till sundown, and something about not going to bed for something or other.
Well, I mean, you got to do what it takes,
Yeah, I guess. I love the people that talk about it and they get real serious about it, And it's like, hey, who told you about that? Oh, okay. Yeah. What gave it away? Was it my absolutely hyper demeanor? And just, I don't know what did it. Was it my, was it my famished and malnourished skin and bones body? That's.
Oh, I hear a wee woo.
Wee woo.
What we doing? Oh, that's Leo.
Oh, law enforcement. You said.
Oh, I hope it ain't something that we got to be called out to.
Oh man.
Keep that shit over there somewhere.
Let's see. Arguments. Man. Well, now we were talking about some 9/11 shit earlier. My buddy was supposed to come join and couldn't make it. But yeah, calm down. You're too damn
ironic because
too hyper rich.
Somebody in that Bambi circle, I don't know who it was. Can't remember who said it. Said they were sifting through the rubble at 9/11 looking for dead bodies.
Really?
That's what one of them made the claim of. Nobody believes it, but they made the claim.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. That scene at the World Trade Center, all that mess that was there, the fire, the improvised explosives, and all that shit that went on, ash. Would you know that one of those hijackers, damn passport, license, shit was perfect. It was in the rubble, untouched. It was like, oh look, there it is. Okay, now we got evidence. That's how it went down. I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if you knew that. That's how it is. Man. Let's see. What else is going on? Jan. Anthony C. Mike. Elvira. Are we talking about Elvira, the pinball machine, or a real person named Elvira? My heart's on fire for Elvira. Giddy up, bapa. Oh, wow. Hi, oh, silver, fade away. I know so many just useless song lyrics. It's ridiculous. And I don't know if I finished that thought earlier, which would make it even more ADD, but I've been diagnosed with musical Tourette's. Leaning more towards on Christmas music.
It's like musical churros, like churros from Taco Bell.
Yeah, exactly.
I love those things. They're good.
Area STD Jules. What the fuck is that?
Oh, that's that transvest or whatever the fuck that thing is.
Okay.
It's a he that dresses up like a she and looks shitty. Gotcha. Either way.
Yeah, I can't do Conway Twitty Joe because ever since little feller did what's her name? Corn salad. What's her name? Dana Hall to look like Conway Twitty. And it was a damn close resemblance. I can't mess around with Conway. Old CT, which was not his real name, by the way. But I'm sure your IQ is high enough to where you know that.
I have a 0 IQ.
Me too, yeah. Oh, did you? That's what I was trying to remember. Did you see the lady that got pulled over? And there was a damn raccoon in the car.
With a meth pipe?
Yes! You saw that shit?
Yeah.
How wild is that shit?
They went to put her in the back of the car and come back, and the coon's holding a meth pipe.
Yes. My God.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh.
You can't blame them old coons. Them coons like to get high.
Yeah.
Just ask Gene. He knows about it.
Yeah. All right, let me see. I gotta find where it's at. I can't do that. That's 14 minutes, Wayne Oldham. We cannot do that shit. All right, where's my meth raccoon? Here it is. It's on the
Meth
YouTube.
raccoon.
Oh my God, this is great. That was really loud. All right, hang on. Share tab instead. All right, there we go.
Hi, how are we doing today? I'm Officer Brandon, Springfield Township Police Department.
Okay, stop it, Josh. How are you?
So the reason I stopped you is you are suspended with a warrant for your arrest.
I am.
So, do me a favor.
She looks a little excited there before. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and then her facial expression changes quick.
Your arrest.
I am.
So, do me a favor. Turn off the car. Put the keys up on the dash. Detain you for that warrant, and because you are suspended actively. Oh. Hey.
What?
Come here.
Hello?
The raccoon has her meth pipe.
Has what?
Oh my God.
Her meth pipe. He's playing with the meth pipe right now. No, don't reach for it. That's evidence now.
Oh, I don't want him to have that.
That's why I'm going to do it. Hey, buddy.
Huh?
It's okay.
Okay, you're on orange. He'll be here in 2 minutes. I'm right across from my office.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what she's smoking meth in.
Okay.
The raccoon's playing with her meth pipe.
Oh my God.
Oh, there's no way. He's trying to smoke it.
All right. Thanks.
There's no way. All right. Enough fun and games.
Here.
Yeah.
Poor coon.
Huh?
Oh.
Yeah, he's on his way here.
Keep an eye. She was trying to take the meth pipe out of the car. Just keep an eye on her real quick.
That's a trained coon right there.
I know,
A
man.
coon.
That's wild.
He's been trained. If she gets pulled over, he's supposed to hide that pipe.
Yeah, that's wild. But not only after he takes a big hit of it. You know?
I believe it.
Oh, Lord.
That's crazy.
We went from damn 9/11 to prednisone and all kinds of shit. We've got all of the solutions over here.
Don't let Square find out that coons will stash your stash for you.
I know, right? That was Dirty Mike.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
Dirty Mike and the boys. Yeah, let's see. What is Solumedrol?
Solumedrol?
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's for seizures. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was talking about.
I think it's what they give for seizure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to follow. Man, this chat's active. Sorry, chat. I'm not really on it the most tonight. I am not feeling the best. Ice.
You was about to end, wasn't you?
Yeah. But I just remembered something. Shit. Do you watch Deer Meat for dinner?
No.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, bro. This is so scary, man. Watch this. So I don't watch Deer Meat for Dinner that often, but his brother, Blue Gabe, I watch all the time. But man, they have massive channels, millions of people. So this was like a couple days ago on the 26th. So this is Robert, the main guy, Deer Meat for Dinner. How many subs does he have? 3.5 million. So they're down in Florida, usually. That's where his brother lives. Grew up fishing. You know, they have outdoor channels mainly. But watch this. He's having a stroke right now. He can't come up with, like, all of a sudden.
Oh, you're not sharing it.
Oh, shit. My bad, dude. My bad. Thank you for saying that. Dude, it's funny. You can just see how this stroke hits out of nowhere. Sorry, chat. Let's see. Here you go.
For those of you who think I'm like highfalutin, these are $3.99 injure. The Loran. What am I saying?
I don't know.
The
Dollar General?
Dollar General.
I have a plug. I can't.
Where's Am? Where's Ammo?
Huh? Are you feeling okay?
I am feeling Craya right now.
Craya.
We need to go.
Are you being serious?
I'm feeling. Let's go.
He said I'm feeling.
Let me drive.
But anyway, it's wild. He shit, it's scary, man. You can tell he's in pretty good shape too. He had 2 strokes. He just now really kind of rehabbed not too long ago and got kind of back to normal. He had a ischemic stroke and a different one a couple of days ago he had a massive ischemic, and he doesn't have, the first time was on the side that's like coordination and balance and shit like that, but this time it was on the side that affects his speech. And bro, it is it's crazy, man. It, like, he's just, everything he says is complete word salad. And then he can't like, she'll ask him to say something, repeat it like later on, and he can't repeat like TV but they got him to a Cleveland clinic, and dude, it was sad, man. His girls came to visit this video, and it's just hard to watch, but he's like extremely emotional, and Rob is like a big tough guy, like, but it's, I mean, this is all brand new. This happened today.
TV.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's
Tune.
Take a deep breath.
Tune.
Like, he's just
do your best.
You'll have to learn how to talk again.
Yeah.
Can you write your name?
No.
Write your name.
There's the
And it never showed up.
There's the stroke right there. The ischemic. That's huge, dude.
I can't to see.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
See, and he, like, in the brain, he knows what he wants to say.
Yeah. That's why he's frustrated.
Yeah.
Because he can't. It's not
can't
coming
get the
out.
words.
Yeah, like what he's saying is just not what he is meaning to say. But like, there was some other stuff today where it was like, she was just telling him to point at different body parts. Like, he didn't know where his elbow was. He couldn't pick out the TV in the room. Crazy, man. I've never seen it like that. Like, I've seen, like, when my dad had a stroke and mom had like a small, it's like, I've seen like facial palsies and, shit like that. But I've never seen anything like that, like with his speech. It's crazy.
Usually when we if we suspect a stroke, we'll tell them to look at us, smile real big, squeeze both hands as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Raise your foot up like you're
wiggle your toes,
mashing the gas. Yeah.
Yeah, wiggle your
fingers.
It's
all the motion, all the motor skill function that you should have normally.
Yeah.
And that's how we judge. And that's not a true. I mean, it could be, you could have all that and still have a stroke.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen slurred words, but I've never seen anything to this point.
It can get pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah.
And some of them become nonverbal.
Yeah, but he's a tough dude. He will yeah.
He'll take a lot of rehab, but he should be able to bounce back as long as they got him some.
They got him.
Some TPA.
He got the meds.
She
She
got
was
a 3-hour
smart.
window.
Yeah, no, she got him right there. She took him, there, that part that we watched. They were at their hunt camp. And
Yeah.
they took that side by side straight up, loaded the girls up. And she was like, his phone was down. He had dropped it. You remember how you saw the thing drop when he was shooting a little video on the back of that truck?
Yeah.
His phone was down there. She didn't know where her phone was, but she had her Apple Watch. So she was calling on Apple Watch. She didn't have a GPS for like hospital, and they're at their hunt camp. So it's kind of not, as familiar to them. And she said, "Hey, there's a rescue squad up here." So she had the wherewithal to pull in the rescue squad because she knew medics would be in there. And yeah, they took him in, put him straight on a stretcher, put him in an ambulance, loaded him up, and took him. Yeah, that's exactly what they said, Miss Vicky. Expressive aphasia. The doctor was the guy that was in the room when I turned the video off. That was the doctor.
As long as they get that clot buster, that's what they call TPA, and get it in within that 3-hour window.
Well, his first one, yeah. You got a much
it's like
better.
90% chance of full recovery.
Yeah.
And then for every hour past that 3-hour window, it drops tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're up into 5 to 6 hours after onset, then you're down to like 10 to 20%. I mean, it's really low.
Yeah. Now, what is the deal if they give you the drug and the stroke was longer than that shit? Like, it can hurt you, can it? Or just not effective? Yeah. See, I remember that my dad, when he had that small one, they were trying to debate whether, because he was acting funny on the golf course earlier in the day, probably like 4 or 5 p.m. And then he was in Lowe's with my mother that night. A couple hours later, like 7 o'clock. It had been right about the time, it was a couple hours difference, but he was completely fine. He just had like a little episode, he said he just felt bad for a second. And then at Lowe's, he had a major episode. But I remember when my dad, when they discovered that part of that, he had lung cancer, and some of it had metastasized to his brain. And, there's no warning signs to it. It's just all of a sudden we left the office to go get some lunch, and he was like, my sister was in town, so she came with us and rode with him. And she was like, "Dad almost hit fucking 15 cars. Like, she's like, I'm riding home with you." She's like, "I'm not getting back in the car with him. Shit's crazy." So then I watched him, and he was walking over with a tray from, this where we were eating downtown. And he was running into bench seats and fucking like. So then I noticed his face a little bit, and I said, it was fucked up. And so I took him straight to the fucking ER, and that's where they found that little spot of cancer. He was the first person in our town that got operated on by the cyber knife that took that little spot out. Dude, he didn't even step down from ICU from brain cancer. Motherfucker hated hospitals. He's like, "I'm out of here." He left a couple hours after brain cancer.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, he was wild, man. My dad made his own rules, and in general got away with it. Slayback said, "Rich, you think Ruger's the one who got Anderson?" I don't know. I know that he had mentioned it, or we had mentioned it, or something. Did they actually sell? Did it happen? Yeah, Miss Vicky. He was talking a lot, but it was just, again, the way she described it was his wife was a word salad. But the worst was, man, it was almost, my girl called me. I would have ended up crying. because he was trying to talk to his girls. And, if you got girls, you just know. But the girls came in to see him the first time, and he was trying his best, to whatever it was, probably tell his girls he loved them, whatever. He couldn't find the words. So he was getting so upset because he couldn't, his daughters are really young. Like they look to be, I don't know, 7 and 5, maybe 7 and 4.
Oh.
Dude, it was tough it was really tough to watch. Cause then, like I said, this is a real, fucking tough guy, it's hard to see him like that, man. It was, really
I know a
tough.
couple of tough guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one of them's named Chris Trock.
Yeah, I've never checked him out. I'll check him out.
He's you beware. I'm warning you. I'm warning you beforehand.
Yeah, I'll be careful.
Like, approach with caution.
Lord. Certain words you can't say. Yeah, I'm sure that's crazy. It's they did get it. Okay, Ruger got it. Okay. Yeah.
Ruger.
Yeah, Ruger. The Ruger company bought up Anderson Manufacturing. Which Anderson makes some cool shit.
What they're gonna do with it, I wonder.
I don't know. Probably make guns.
That would be ideal.
Yeah, probably make guns. We got Dirty Smith in the building. What's up, dude? Yeah.
What if they'd sell me a full auto MP5?
Who's that?
Does Ruger make an MP5 clone? HK makes MP5.
HK. Well, yeah, HK. That's their design. Yeah, but you can get full auto. Just has to be a post sample or one from pre-86. You can buy MP5 that's transferable for I don't know. I hadn't checked in a while. 40 to 60, 70,000.
That all?
Yeah, you can get it 9 or 10 millimeter. MP5 is kind of obsolete. They still use them, but like Secret Service used to carry MP5. They replaced it, I believe, with the P90, the FNP90, with the top loading mag that shoots 5.7.
Oh, yeah. That's a hell of a round.
It is. Have you seen the magazines for those things, for the rifles? It's like a top loader, and when it gets down to the end to before it feeds, it has like a circular. It's like a circular disc, and the round actually spins and it pivots and spins the right direction. It's crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw it, Deerfield. I've seen it before. That truck that the shit's hanging off the bridge. And I tried to click it, and it was timing out the first time I did it.
Oh, you need to do like Square and get you some better internet. Well, if Square didn't, he made Grampy get better internet.
No,
he told Grampy, now look here, damn it, I don't care if you don't get to eat but once a week.
Yep.
I need at least a gig up and a gig down. So you're just gonna have to sacrifice a meal.
Yeah, I know, Deerfield. That shit was crazy. I've seen it. I just tried to click it again. It's not loading for some reason. It's on YouTube, but it's other shit that I'm doing is loading.
Yeah, you need to contact SquareWorks Media. He'll help you with internet problems too.
I think it's Square Work Media, isn't it? You would think it would be Square Work.
Well, whatever. Close enough.
All right. Well, my time has expired this evening. I've got to I'm turning into a pumpkin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, all right, Cinderella.
Yeah, it's what happened. My cocaine IV has run out. Now it's time. Now it's time to sleep for a week.
Go re-up and try again later.
Nah, Chad, he can't. Actually, that's kind of funny that. Anyway, so I'm just trying to read. Yeah, sorry, Chad. I'm not with it after the 9/11 end, but I'll get my buddy on here and we'll do it again at some point. Anyway, all right, Jam. Appreciate you coming up for a bit.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Yeah, you can hang back for a sec if you want. I can. But yeah, all right, Chad. Y'all be good. Have a. I forgot it's Friday. Have a good weekend. See y'all.